That's why they call it trampoline. Trampoline, like a Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. And my with me pretty too, they look like brides.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. These two teams had not one but two memorable encounters a year ago. Their first one was Week 5. That's when Ben Roethlisberger threw a handful of interceptions. Jacksonville won big. And then, of course, the Jags, Charles, they doubled down in the playoffs.
Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh again in Pittsburgh, 45-42, to advance to their third AFC Championship game in franchise history. And I like what you did there. A handful. 5 interceptions by Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he struggled in that first outing. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis. With a pick. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December.
Yeah, more football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Second down, Brissett. Looking deep downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing, Brissett. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good pickup there at 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff to Fournette. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. Not that time for Watkins.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll pitch it out to Bell, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A give to Bell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Back to the air, Rudolph on second down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The give is to Bell. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He was looking for Watkins that time. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go. 190. 190.
On play action, Brissett. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, Brissett. Dumps it off to Fournette. And now running right through it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph.
I call that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Leonard Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ohio!
On the run, it's Fournette. Oh, now he bowls him over and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his pullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambeau will put this one through. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That goes for a gain of 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now running right through it. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now he'll escape to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On first down, it's Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run it with Bell, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Yeah, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
He'll get it up the middle, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their...
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Gone!
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, Brissett. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They go play action with Brissett. Open man right side is Sharp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting it under jeopardy right now.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Bell, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fournette, a first down, still going. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ohio!
Play action now. Brissett. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brissett now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Bell. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rudolph looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Play fake. Brissett. Looking long for Westbrook. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing. Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Well, this winds up in empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Shazier leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. A second down throw for Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. It's third and long for Brissett. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Steps away to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now here's another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers' offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. This is caught. Watkins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One last throw here for Rudolph. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80...
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.